Hello guys, it's yet another exciting episode. My name is Joybella. If you're new here, kindly join this family. We are all about good vibes. If you're a returning subscriber, karibu sana. Once again, I just love you. You know I love you so much. Karibu sana. Kindly feel at home. And this is another amazing and exciting episode. And today I'm joined with my very good friend.
Hi, so I'm Sharon, and my people call me Fabiola.
Yeah. Sharon Fabiola. So we'll be talking about motherhood. We are here to encourage each other. We are here to learn. We are here to motivate each other. And Sharon Fabiola will be taking us through her motherhood journey. And I'm just promising you guys, you won't leave this platform the way you came here. You won't. I just feel like I'm preaching in a crusade. Oh my goodness. What am I saying? Guys, this is going to be a very impactful episode. If you want to be a mother, if you are a mother, if you wish to be a mother one day, or if you would want to, you will have a wife and then you will have I don't know if you will associate anyhow with mothers, which is everyone.
And I also think it's just not mothers only, because even guys can.
Yeah, you should stay here to understand your women. Yeah, so I'm really happy and I'm so convinced that it's going to be impactful. So let's get to the
gotta do what I do. Sonjo hapa mimi na beat meshike money vile Jesus kutuna kabi sina haraka tutawin na ile time ya rabi jina itashika shika kwa vile vitu ninapika ni real mida itafika kwa vile muda na hika na I feel jina itashika na kwa vile vitu ninapika ni real mafana so mefika na wanasema hii ni tissue they saying that we got you back we gotta win it's not your lag we gotta spin I do no whack do magic pin I only whack.
Right, you're a mom.
Yes.
To a very handsome boy. He's my best friend, but either way.
Yeah.
So when did you realize you're pregnant? Can you just tuanzie hapo that thing yenye nakwambia wow, I'm going to become a mom? I think it all starts from there. When now it has dawned on me I'm going to become a mom. When did you realize you're pregnant?
Wow. I realized I was pregnant about, I guess, 4 weeks into it. Of course, the obvious, you don't get your periods and you're like, hey. So I didn't get my periods and I was like, okay, you know that prayer that
God,
I think all women have made.
That prayer is always a lie.
God, if I'm not pregnant, I promise I won't do this again. Or you always come, but there's that one prayer that I believe most of us women have made, and
unfortunately,
God
didn't hear
God
you.
had some sense of humor. And yeah, so I got pregnant, or rather, yeah, I assumed I was pregnant. So, and I didn't want to go for interview. You know how women now go to the clinic and they want to know, okay, am I really pregnant? They go get checked. But I just knew I was pregnant because I had morning sickness. Hey, I was scared.
How old were you?
I was 20.
Oh, you're 20.
Yeah, I was 20. The moment.
That is quite young, by the way. Yeah, it's quite young for.
Yeah, because at that age, people have just got into campus.
Yeah, you're expected. Sasa umepita, you should go to campus.
Yeah.
Na hiyo ni immediately after Form 4, right?
Yeah, immediately after Form 4. No, like how many years? Like
2 years after Form 4.
2 years after Form 4.
That means you're still in campus. So if maybe sai kuna mtu anakusikia, please stay tuned. this video is for you. And sasa let me get the feeling. Like when you realize sasa usha test, now it's proven I am pregnant, I'm expectant. What was the feeling?
I was terrified.
Ulifikiria ku terminate it?
But I would lie. That was an option for me, because I was like, what? How am I going to tell my parents? And then I was afraid. I was dating someone who I'm still dating till to date.
That is nice.
I thank
That
God.
means he took accountability.
Yes.
Hakupotea.
Yeah. I was afraid. I was like,
Kuna wengine wanarukwanga, but it's okay. It's
true,
okay.
But
Yeah.
then it is so true that people wanarukwa huku nje, and this thing it takes an emotional turmoil on you. So I was afraid, like, how would because in our household, my mom is very strict, and she's always said that if you come here pregnant, tafuta kwenyu, tafuta kwenye utaenda, don't come back. So I was so scared. I was like, how am I going to tell my mom? How am I going to tell my dad? How am I going to tell my boyfriend? So I told him, like, I think it was like 2 months into my pregnancy. That's when I told him.
You told your boyfriend 2
Yes,
months.
because I was afraid.
Wow.
Yeah, and all that time, I was already thinking of like termination.
Just wait.
Yeah, I was looking at my options.
So for 2 months, no one knew you were pregnant.
Yes, I tried all sorts of whatevers to terminate, but it was not working, my friend. I was so scared. I was going through depression. I was like, no, this cannot be happening to me. You know, I've seen it happen to people, but I was like, this will never happen to me.
You.
So, then I told my boyfriend, and he was scared, definitely. Because I told him, I know it's funny, I told him over a text.
At that
No,
time?
we're the same age.
Oh, you're the same age.
Yeah,
That's
so
nice.
it's funny, I told him over the text, and he didn't respond for like that whole evening. He didn't respond.
Oh my goodness.
I was
Someone
like,
nafikiria wa ameshaniruka.
I was afraid of calling him, because I was like, if I call and then I find he blocked me, so I was like, I'm not even going to call. So let me just be patient, because I was assuming, okay, maybe he's taking in the shock, just like me. But me nishakula shock for 2 months.
2 months. Medical process shock.
Yeah. So then he called me, and then he was like, I'm coming to see you. Like, tomorrow I'll come and see you.
That's
so he
nice.
came, and then the first thing he did, he hugged me. And then he was like,
ulimtoa wapi kwanza before tuendelee?
yeah, we met.
Alafu?
Yeah, so he hugged me, and he was like, everything is going to be fine. We're going to take this a day at a time.
Aww.
So when he said that, I was like, okay, if he's on board with this, then I'm on board with it. You know, but if he was not on board with it,
Then
I
it
can
would be so
assure
hard.
you that I would have done everything possible to actually,
terminate it.
yeah, because you know, now you had of options, like of where you can go to get it, but now
Yeah,
money.
so you know
was
one thing about
expensive.
kwanza, if you share with your friends, you'll get options. Oh, try this to
Yeah.
terminate it. Don't friends can just tell you a lot of things. End up watakutolea. Use these pills nini. You went through the same, right?
I did the same. I didn't nikakunywa majani.
Inakuanga fake. Those are just myths. I remember I don't know, it's in primary or in high school, tulikuwa tunajiambia, unajua you can just terminate it, sijui unakunywa juice conk or majani. It never works.
Imagine.
You'll just damage yourself, your
Imagine.
body. Halafu, this is so exciting.
Yeah, then so yeah, when I told him, so now he was on board, and I was like, okay, fine. So we have decided we are going to become parents.
Oh.
So now the next thing was, how do we tell our parents? Well, I told my mom when I was 5 months pregnant.
Wasn't it showing?
I used to
But
wear...
you know, I think pregnancy favors at least kama uko na mwili kidogo. Like for me, if I'm 3 months, you'll know I'm 3 months because it's gonna show.
Yeah. Actually, I was so used to wearing baggy clothes in the house. Baggy sweaters, baggy trousers. So it wasn't unusual when I was wearing it frequently now every single day, because that is just how I used to be in the house. So I used to have morning sickness. Usually they were not in the house. At that time they had gone to work, so during the day I'm alone in the house. And then in the evening, my morning sickness just used to be in the morning. So that's a goodness. And then I used to have this
now
thing.
in morning sickness, is it ile yenye inaendanga persistent hadi you have to go to the doctor ama?
Okay, I know there are people who have severe morning sickness.
Yeah,
but mine was not. It was not severe. It was just that when I wake up I feel like throwing up or nikinusa kitu. Now for me, I used to have a problem with oil, cooking oil and vitungus, and I was the one cooking in the house.
Goodness.
So you can imagine, I'm supposed to cook for people. I would not tell them I'm pregnant, and that smell of oil and vitungu, I used to want to vomit. So I would cook quickly, then just go and sit in the room. Every day I was like, God, how am I going to tell my mom? And then that opportunity came when I was in the room. One day I was in the room, my dad had just traveled. It was on a Sunday. And then, I don't know, I think she was washing clothes. Then I had left, I had just gone to the doctors that week for a checkup. So, I left the receipt inside my pocket. So my mom took the receipt, she came to my room and she was like, Sharon, what is this? And I'm like, I don't know what that is. And like, no, but this is pregnant. So like, now I can't lie.
You can't say no.
I can't say no.
And then you now look for another opportunity to tell her that, you know.
Exactly. Now that already was an opportunity to just come clean, because I was looking for an opportunity to tell her, but I didn't know how. So I told her. Now guys, let me tell you, you would expect, there are many expectations, how you expect, like how your parent would
react.
Yeah.
And I think for most of us, kwanza if you are young and you're still like being supported by your parents, with your parents, you're always afraid of coming out. Like say kuna mtu maybe anawachi video and she's like, how am I going to come out? Maybe you want to keep the kid, or maybe you don't want to keep the kid, but you still feel like you need to like come clean with your parents. So tell us, hebu tuambie, like how did it go? Like ulikuwa umeshtuka, and how did your parents take it, and unaweza saidia aje mtu hivyo?
So at this point you'd expect, of course, she'd be mad.
Obviously, no one
because now
the flowers, congratulations.
Yeah, because now she's like, oh, you just ruined your life for the next how many years? You're not. So let me tell you, the unexpected. Okay, I got a mixed reaction, but none of it was good. Cause
disclaimer.
Because she was mad, yes, and then she was like, we're going to get rid of it.
Your mom actually supported you terminating.
Yes.
This is so exciting.
No hate here, by the way, because we already got past that, and I forgive her and whatever. So
so in this case, you wanted to keep the child.
I wanted to keep the child because remember, for the past 3 months now, in my head had just been switched. Now we are keeping the kid.
You and your boyfriend have
Yes.
already agreed we are keeping
Yes.
the kid. But now your mom is like no.
Yeah.
Because okay, I also get her. You know, kuna watu wanaweza sema oh how mamaki kwani akoaje. You know, I get it. It's also from a point of love because I feel your mom was scared and she's terminate anaharibu maisha yake. Like that is what goes around kwa I think in our culture as Africans or mama, if you get pregnant you'll be told oh maisha yako inaharibika nini, but is it really
who will marry you?
Yeah, who will
with
marry
that
child? Actually that is what happens, but I don't think so. Kuna watu they still have kids and life moves on. So in this case Fabiola, like you wanted to keep your kid, you wanted to keep your baby, but your mom wanted to terminate it. So how will you react after that?
Now there I knew that this is somebody that was growing inside me and doesn't have a voice of their own. So me as the mother, I had to stand up for my child.
Your child.
So I stood my ground and I told her I'm not having an abortion. It was not easy. We didn't talk that whole evening. And she was like, I'm giving you till morning to change your mind and then we get a solution. And I still stood my ground. And I remember that night I called my brother and I told him this is happening because he also didn't know I was pregnant. So
was he shocked?
Yes, but he's not like
because you
clear
know,
exaggerate.
Like for me, if someone calls me and tells me my brother has done this and I just so I expected that. So
I told him what was happening and he told me no, don't have an abortion, just stand your ground. Mom is mad right now, but tomorrow things are going to be different. And he was just like, I pray for you. So
you have a prayerful brother?
Yes. So in the morning came and I was like, I'm still keeping my child. And she said, okay, if that's your decision, fine. I'm going to throw you out of the house because you're my child. So we are going to face this together as a family. Now the thing is, my dad had not come home yet. He had traveled.
Simba, is your dad?
My dad is very quiet, by the way. He's very chill.
You know, I think for most families, like the dad is always the problem. Like we and your Simba. How is your dad?
Hey, go to mom, your Simba.
So, like you have already conquered the mountain.
Yes, exactly. So now my dad, we have this close relationship. It's like we're best friends. We're not really best, but you know, everyone in this house is always like Sharon, the dad are just close.
So your daddy's girl.
Yes. So now, my fear was more of disappointing him, because I am his eldest daughter,
the favorite,
and then I'm just dropped this bombshell.
Did you feel sad?
Yes, I was sad at disappointing him, but I was like, you know what? He's going to get over it. You know, he can't stay mad at me forever.
And it's happening.
Exactly. So this is the thing. My mom was like, because this is your mess. I'm going to tell him. You tell him yourself. Ashaditoa Korean question. I was like, what?
Well,
how am I going to do this? So I told my boyfriend about the whole thing, and he was like, so because that was like on a Sunday and my dad was coming back on a Thursday. No, it was on a Thursday that he traveled. He was coming back on a Sunday. So I think that day he came back on Saturday. So he told me, don't worry about it.
So that is a boyfriend telling you don't worry.
Yes. So like, what do you mean?
What do you mean? In fact, for me, you know, Nila najua ningekuwa that could be hospital case telling me not to worry. My dad will kick the life out of me. Ningepigwa hadi nishangae.
Yeah. So that Sunday, tunasikia a knock on the door. And we're like, you know, my dad loves to sit at the dining. So we had the knock on the door. So I was in the room, and my mom was in her living room. So she went and opened the door. Who is it? Who is it? It's my boyfriend.
Does your boyfriend have a brother?
Unfortunately. So he came and he sat down at the table. Actually, he was like, he told my mom, "Can I speak to you and
He told your mom?
yes, can I speak to you and Sharon's dad?"
The audacity. So how did you feel?
Nakwambia sikutoka kwa hiyo bedroom.
High five.
I didn't know what was going to go down, but I was like,
It's about to go down.
I was like, how dare you just come and not tell me your plan?
Ulikuwa na feel he's doing a wrong
thing. I was so afraid. I was like, why would he even do that? But he came. He sat down with my parents and he told them the situation, and he told them, I love your daughter, and this situation that we are in, I'm not planning on leaving. I don't have much.
Aww.
But I promise to work hard to take care of them. That hurdle was.
But now as a parent, hata wewe mwenyewe ukikaa chini, alienda akajificha na nini. I think he's mature. He's very mature, by the way, to own up and take accountability of he may happen. And yeah. So tell me. Like dad, sisi mimi na huyu kijana tungechapwa, tuko kwa dirisha.
Ningefika hiyo dirisha.
Baba Joy.
Actually, he kept quiet. I was like, okay, do your parents know? Then he was like, I told my mom, and she said she would support me, but I've not told my dad yet. So okay.
So for him, I think the dad is there.
Yeah, they don't have like a close relationship with him. So my dad was like, okay, give me your father's number. So they talked. Yeah.
So Fabiola, that is a very emotional story, by the way, and I'm really happy that it all worked for you. But kuna wengine right now, maybe you're in that mess, which I'm not judging you. Uko kwa hiyo mess and you're afraid of even coming clean to the guy because maybe unaona he cannot take responsibility. Or if he can, we always envision our kids having a certain life. Unaona, like, I'm not ready to give birth right now. I don't want my kids to grow up in a certain environment yenye niko sahi, which sometimes, I don't even judge people getting pregnant because it can happen. It can happen
to anyone.
And, to anyone. So mtu mwenye unaweza pata ako in such a position, ujambia mzazi, and maybe I won't lie, or most like enye opinion inakuanga hivyo, always to terminate the pregnancy. Kwanza if you're in campus. Sindio? So like unaweza saidia aje mtu hapo, like should I terminate it? Should I just keep it clean and come to my parents?
Yes, kuna hiyo fear of the future, because now you don't know how the future is going to look. You don't know how this child would survive, where you're even going to get funds to bring this child up. But I would say, first of all, if you have that one friend who you're close with and who allows you to be yourself and talk to them whenever you're going through something, and they give you wise advice, like, go to them.
So first thing is opening up.
Yes. Don't
keep
now seclude yourself from people, whatever. Just find that one person you can talk to. Go and talk to them. get advice from them. But at the end of the day, in when it comes to whether or not you're going to keep your child, I would say I can't be in a position to tell you, oh,
Keep it or
keep
don't
your child,
keep it.
or keep or don't keep your child. You know yourself. We know people will tell you, the people who will tell you abortion is a sin. Like don't even think about it, don't even go that direction. But it happens a lot. It comes to thought. That's actually the first thing that comes to thought. And there are those ones who will tell you that, oh, take an abortion and all that. But I don't know, this is a very 50-50 kind of situation.
I think it all depends with you.
Yes.
Like for you, Fabiola, you figured out earlier, what do I want to do?
Yeah.
Like, it's not like I am telling you go abort or I'm legalizing abortion.
Yeah.
But I feel sometimes abortion happens. And if you're going to have an abortion, have a safe abortion, because sometimes circumstances will not allow you to have a kid. But kitu cha kwanza, I feel it's very important have your own opinion, because people out there have different opinions. Utakuja uniulize kama best yako, Jebela, what should I do? I have this. Mimi nitakwambia, and then you'll feel, let me talk to another person. This person will want something else. Unaona? And then also I think pia circumstances they will define. Juu kuna wengine, like, you'll be kicked out of home.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, not every parent ni kama wa Fabiola. Let's just be honest and point blank. Not so every true. Boyfriend will come and talk to your parents that you are saying, this is my mess. I have taken. Not everyone will take accountability.
Yeah.
We have to be mature enough to grasp that. And I think that will define if you want to keep the kid or you don't want to keep the kid.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, mtoto, I believe every child is a blessing. And if God really allowed that kid to exist in your tummy, if you feel like I want to keep it now, unaona like there is no hope.
Yeah.
I'm not a mom, but I believe that God will always find a way to provide for that kid. As long as you want to, and you want to keep that kid, and your life will still move on. We have a lot of women out here who have given birth and they're still doing great in businesses. At a shule, like, people give birth and they go back to school and they become very prosperous.
God has a plan for you and for that child, and that God will provide for that child. Because until today, just today morning, today was his first day in school.
Wow.
Like, that's a milestone, guys.
Yeah, actually nimekutana hapo nje kamuliza how was school, and he's really adapt.
Imagine, when I was taking him to school today, yani, sasa where we were, there was a point now parents can't go beyond that level.
Did he cry?
I was waiting for him to say, Mom, let's go back home.
He didn't
even look behind. He just said, Mom, bye. And then he went to class. Wow, I was like, sasa mimi nimebaki hapo.
Yeah,
like,
I'm the one who was emotional moment.
I was the one who was emotional, not even him. I was like, wow. And then I was just coming back home and I was like, wow, God, you've been faithful.
God is great, right?
I didn't know like how the ahead would look like, the future would look like, but until today I can tell you that God has provided through every step of the way. And it's funny how actually when you have a child, this child actually ends up opening doors for you, the doors that would not have been opened when you are just by yourself. Now this child, because God has to find a way to provide for this
that
child.
is it. As long as God amekuweka hapo, he will always find a way.
Yes.
So sometimes that abortion is never even the ultimate.
That we always tell ourselves that is it.
You frustrate because I think it's because we lean on our own understanding. Now we may withdraw, like, God can do this. But if you decide to keep the kid and you just say, God, if this kid starves, it's on you and not me.
Yes.
If you try to do that, I think you would have challenged God, and God will not let you down. Did you have challenges while giving birth? Maybe you can advise women on that.
Yes, I did in labor from like 5 in the evening to the following day at around 9-10 in the morning. and the complication was like my kid wasn't turning. Now the position, yes, my centimeters are ready, I'm ready to give birth, but he's not turning. He's supposed to now face downwards, but he's still facing upwards. So they would put me on drip, and that drip, like, it's supposed to induce your labor. So wakikuweka kwa hiyo one drip, literally you're supposed to hata go into labor within 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I was put in 3 drips. Like, things were so bad. I was vomiting. It was so bad, until now family came in and they're like, no, something is wrong and you have to take her. Because initially I was doing a normal birth. So when things are not going as they were supposed to be going, and my family came in, they're like, no, now we have to think of another option. So that's when I was scheduled in for an emergency C-section, and I went in and had my surgery. And
so it wasn't a normal birth.
It wasn't a normal birth, yeah.
Wow. But uzuri ya yote, you came out alive, and your baby is healthy. You got your baby, he was healthy, sindio?
Yeah.
And that is, I think, and na hiyo maneno ya postpartum depression, is it real tuanzia hapo? Because me personally, I've not been a mom, but I think I love researching on being a mom.
Yeah.
Like,
you just want to be prepared.
Yeah, that is one job I know won't fail.
Let me tell you the reality of things. You can read all the books in this world and get to learn people's experiences, but I will assure you, when that moment comes, all those things
you want to know
you will not remember a single thing,
because you're interacting with a new,
and yes, every person's experience is very different. So postpartum depression is very real, and I think that's a discussion that people should actually have, and not make women feel like it's wrong for them to have these feelings. They want to paint you like you're a bad mother. How can you have these emotions that you have to have motherly instincts and all that? But let me tell you, it is real. I personally went through this, and for those who are going to watch this video, you will know for the first time, because I never told anyone, and I used to really hide it because I didn't want people to judge me that, oh, you're a bad mom, oh, you're not supposed to be feeling like this, something is wrong with you. And this topic of postpartum depression, people never used to talk about it, you know. Actually, need to juicy no, it's now becoming something that a discussion, but I didn't even know about it, and I didn't know what I'm going through is actually postpartum depression. So yes, I went through it, and I'm just glad that in its time.
So what was your symptoms hapo kwa postpartum? Because maybe I could be going through it, kuna mtu ana watch na maybe hata ajui, unapata tu you're just frustrated, you know, you can undergo depression but you're not aware. I am depressed. So like, what can you tell mothers out here who are going through certain, like, that period?
You know, sometimes, like, one of the symptoms, you'd feel like you don't want to even be around your child. Like, you see your child and you're angry at that child, and they've not done anything wrong, or sometimes they're like crying, and then you just find yourself, you're shouting at them. That's a small baby, but you're shouting at them. Like, this is not normal. It's not. It reaches this point, you actually need to see someone and like get counseling,
therapy.
And get counseling, because I think there are ways of getting through postpartum depression that they help, but you see, us, we didn't know that. We didn't get through that. So
but the good thing, you've been able to go past
it. I went past it, and I'm just grateful.
And I think most mothers don't even realize that they are going through that. Kwanza sisi, I think African culture, we don't take therapy or mental health so serious. Unaweza pata tu una reactive and you're wondering what is that. But when you're shouting at your kid, do you feel guilty?
Okay.
at that time? Mama, any frustrations too?
I
You're
think
trying to.
it's mostly frustrations, and you're taking those frustrations out on your child, because now there's no one else there, and you don't want to show people that you actually have these bottled emotions in you. So now you're taking that frustration out on your child. But in this sense, I don't know.
But I think it all comes down to, like, we all expect a lot from women. We expect a lot from our mothers. Like, we expect them to be super moms. Like,
Yeah.
I know, like, sleep is priceless. Kwanza, if you have a newborn baby, they're always crying, and it becomes, you're not used to do this. Like, this is your first time being a mom. It was your first kid, right? It's your first time being a mom. And, like, now you're dealing with a newborn baby.
Yeah.
Another human being.
Exactly.
So, ulipata support from your mom, maybe?
Yeah.
Anakushikia mtoto, nini and feeding.
Yeah, I got a lot of support. Because my mom was around, my brother was here. He was so close to that kid. Like, whenever he would come from campus, because his campus was far away, so whenever he would be around, he just wants to stay with him. And I'm Beba too. Though, like, I had a support system that I am so grateful. The people
hawana hiyo support system.
Yeah, exactly. So, and that's why they even get more frustrated, and that you even get to hear this story that mtu alienda like uko tao, then you just left your kid with this lady ati please nishikie mtoto nakuja, and that's how they disappear.
It's funny, but it's sad.
But it's true. I know people actually go through this. Is somebody who's going through depression. You'll find they don't even have a support system.
And it's become so frustrating. The father is out there hustling, akikuja pia yeye amechoka.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that support system is important, because I'm also grateful that I had friends who stuck by me, and they're like the aunties, but they're also like his other moms. They're very close with him, and because they're those ones who left when they had those pregnant.
Let me this one's onto a baby. Obviously, society expects us to be perfect. Umalize shule, you go to campus, and then you get someone, you get married, and then finally you have your baby, right? Obviously, kuna watu did you get someone trying to judge you? Maybe someone is going through that right now. Uko na mtoto. Actually, we are most think that inatustuanga in such a position. I think the society, people's views
on you.
So, did you go through that? Kuna watu walikukemea, they're like,
definitely.
Ati sitemea na ule mtoto anani.
Yes.
Unaona alipata mimba.
Imagine the people who are like that, and then you walk somewhere, and then you hear the mamas of waploti ama wa area, and then they're like, watoto wa siku hizi wanapata mimba mapema, and you can hear what they're saying. Like, ati hawana haya, ati they just go wanapata watoto, alafu wanaleta hiyo shida kwa wazazi wao tena walindie watoto.
Mtoto ni baraka.
Can you imagine that people who say that, and such actually even make you now more closed up. You don't want to go out.
I think that is why, like, most people, if you're like, you get pregnant at your teenage areas, utapata like areas teenage. If you get pregnant at your teenage, you'll find how wanajiseclude. That is why I think society watu nafanya like it's not right. But actually, I don't think there is a manual to living life. Kuna wenye they give birth at 12. And the babies become great and they still push on with life. So, like, how did you manage to overcome all those noises and voices?
Let me tell you. I have a hard forehead. Hard forehead. Like, I don't care what people talk about me. And my mom is always like, I wish I was like you. Like, Ujali, because some clothes that I wear, and then she's like, Kai, maybe you can walk. I'm like, I feel comfortable in this. This is my style. So, in that same way, like, literally, I chose not to care what they thought. Because at the end of the day, the people that were supporting me
Hata si
were
wao.
there.
Like most people who will be first kuongea, hata they won't even give you one coin.
They won't
do. So I think kama you're in such a situation, please, it's high time we develop a tough forehead.
Yeah.
It's high time we stop caring. Yeah.
So I actually used to now that my mother knew I was pregnant. Because I was no longer wearing heavy clothes. So now you knew I was pregnant fully. I would literally go walk out around the estate because now I needed to exercise my feet. You know, when you're pregnant, you always still take walks because you need to keep the blood flowing, whatever. Now I used to walk, you know, with my tight dress and you see my belly, and I was like, I don't care. At this point, we cannot remove the baby. We are having this child. So it's better muzoe mapema mkijua
mkitaka mkae,
because at the end of the day, let me tell you, people talk, but usiku ikifika
they will sleep.
Exactly, they're not the ones who are going to help you raise that
and
child.
I think the most important people in your life know that, and they have accepted you. Wacha mtu mwenye you don't even go to kukula sapa kwake hata asikusumbue. Yeah,
because there's always somebody who's going to talk trash about you. But what are you supposed to do? Will you take in everything that somebody says? Because when you take in, like, I know, just be you. Because now that you're pregnant, your mindset also has to change. Now it's not just about you. There's somebody else who is involved. So think also now, learn to put this person ahead of your own selfish wants, you know? Yeah, and forget what people are saying, because those same people who talk, they're the same ones who love my child now, who are like, oh, Farela Kawabi to me missed. They're the ones who are talking, who are like, why were you having a child early and all that. So
the most important question, did you feel like your life will stick? Like how did you manage with school? Because I understand you're still in school. Are you still in school?
So I raised my child for like 3 years, and then I went back to school now.
And you have already umeshamaliza? Yeah, so it's possible, guys.
Yeah, it's very possible.
As long as you have the situation hapo, just deal with it venye iko. Stop hoping it will have been different. I wish I could.
And one thing I learned after I gave birth, now I decided to go, and like 6 months later after I gave birth, I decided to go and be on the like this family planning. Now I got to now learn about this.
And a very important lesson.
And I was like, I wish I don't regret my child now, because there are opportunities that I've gotten that were not possible, honestly, without him.
It has already happened.
Yes, but because once bitten, twice shy. So you don't want to be caught in the same situation again. So what I can also tell you, the girls out there who are not ready to have kids and you are sexually active, let me just put it like that. Like, don't feel ashamed of going to the clinic and wanting to protect yourself. And, you know, and actually this is more of, you're even wiser than a person who just you know, you're just living life like that.
I think it's quite necessary.
It is very necessary.
It's very necessary.
Like, there are many of me, I didn't know. I was, you know, this information, I used to think, it's for just the mamas who call. I know, and I was like, hey, but you see, this, it is so important. Go to the clinic, go and sit down with a doctor. They will tell you on the different methods and get to know which one works best for you. And you know, guys, it's free. Clinic, the city council clinics, it is completely free of charge. You don't have to pay money. Just get to know which one works for your body best and go with that. And you know, you don't have to worry about such a situation when you're not ready.
So it's if you know you're not ready to give birth right now, and obviously you know you're sexually active, you know yourself. So stop usi hope, and then you know a lot of us unaweza
And make
with
that
a lot
prayer.
of P2, and then you know it fails to work at some point.
Yeah.
So instead
Actually,
of
P2, they say it's 80-something% effective.
Yeah.
80
So,
something. What about
80
the
something.
20?
What about the 20?
Where?
If you're an overthinker like me, oh my goodness. So I would, that is a good move.
Yeah.
Go get help. Go get the contraceptives. Yeah, and just protect yourself. Take responsibility of
Over
yourself and accountability. And that will be the best thing you can ever do to yourself. Yeah. So I think we have come to the end of the video. Tumeongea sana, but I hope you've been helped, you've been inspired, and see you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.